Welcome to Liverpool fans. Today we've got the latest updates of your beloved club Liverpool. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started. Liverpool reportedly exploring options for a potential new manager to replace Arne Slot. Liverpool Football Club may be entering yet another pivotal chapter in its modern history, as multiple reports and internal club discussions suggest that the Reds are evaluating the possibility of appointing a new manager to replace Arne Slot. While no official announcement has been issued by the club, sources close to Liverpool's leadership structure indicate that the current run of disappointing performances has forced Fenway Sports Group, FSG, to reassess the direction and future of the team under Slot. Arne Slot, who arrived at Anfield with high expectations after a successful spell at Feyenoord, has endured a challenging transition to the Premier League. While he has attempted to implement an attacking, progressive brand of football, results on the pitch have not consistently reflected that ambition. A combination of defensive frailties, inconsistency in midfield, and a lack of clinical finishing in key matches has placed Liverpool in an unfamiliar position, far from the title-chasing form that supporters saw under Jurgen Klopp. As pressure escalates and frustrations grow across the fan base, FSG and the club's technical leadership are reportedly exploring potential managerial alternatives. Among the names being considered are Oliver Glasner, Jurgen Klopp, and Zinedine Zidane, three coaches with distinct profiles, philosophies, and histories in European football. Arne Slot, under pressure. A rocky start at Anfield. Slot was hired to usher in a new era after Klopp's departure. But the early months of his tenure have been turbulent. Liverpool's performances have swung wildly between promising spells of possession-based attacking football and frustrating stretches marked by defensive lapses and drop points. The fan base, accustomed to the exhilarating intensity of the Klopp era, has grown increasingly concerned. Several factors have contributed to Slot's difficulties. First, injuries and inconsistent squad depth have limited his tactical experimentation. Second, the high expectations associated with succeeding Klopp have created immense pressure. Third, several key players, especially in midfield and attack, have struggled to adapt to Slot's possession-heavy style, resulting in disjointed play during transitions. While Slot maintains that the project needs time and patience, internal rumblings suggest that FSG may not be willing to wait indefinitely. A string of poor results, combined with the threat of missing out on Champions League qualification, has accelerated discussions behind the scenes. Candidate 1, Oliver Glasner. A rising tactical mind. Among the potential replacements, Oliver Glasner has emerged as one of the leading candidates. Glasner's reputation has grown rapidly in recent seasons thanks to his tactical intelligence, high-energy pressing systems, and the ability to develop teams efficiently, even with limited resources. His successful spells at Eintracht Frankfurt and Crystal Palace highlighted his adaptability and modern managerial approach. Glasner is seen as a coach who can blend pressing football with structured defensive organisation, a balance Liverpool desperately needs at the moment. His track record of maximising underperforming squads makes him particularly attractive to Liverpool's data-driven leadership group. Supporters on social media have also widely discussed Glasner as a realistic and promising alternative, further strengthening the sense that he may be on Liverpool's shortlist. Candidate 2, Zinedine Zidane, the big-name superstar option. Zinedine Zidane's name continues to surface in connection with high-profile managerial vacancies across Europe, and Liverpool is no exception. The former Real Madrid manager is globally recognised for his achievements, including multiple UEFA Champions League titles and a proven ability to guide elite squads filled with stars and strong personalities. Zidane's aura, tactical flexibility, and experience on the biggest stages would instantly command respect within the Liverpool dressing room. His appointment would represent a dramatic and ambitious shift, signalling a desire to return Liverpool to the pinnacle of European football immediately. However, Zidane traditionally prefers roles where he has significant influence over squad planning. It remains unclear whether FSG's model, which heavily involves data recruitment departments, would align naturally with Zidane's managerial style. Nonetheless, his availability and stature make him an undeniable candidate under consideration. Candidate 3, Jurgen Klopp. A return of the king? Few stories would be as dramatic or as emotionally charged as the potential return of Jurgen Klopp. The German coach, who delivered Liverpool's first Premier League title in 30 years, a Champions League triumph, and several other trophies, left an unforgettable legacy at Anfield. His departure was emotionally difficult for both the club and its fans. While a return remains speculative rather than confirmed, some sources suggest that certain members of Liverpool's hierarchy have not dismissed the idea entirely, especially given Klopp's deep connection with the club and his understanding of the squad's core identity. For supporters disillusioned by recent performances, the notion of Klopp's comeback symbolises stability, passion, and renewed belief. But a reunion is far from guaranteed. Klopp stepped down initially to recover his energy and take a break from the demanding intensity of elite football. Whether he would be ready or willing to return so soon remains uncertain. Even so, the very fact that his name circulates within internal discussions highlights how unsettled the situation has become. Why Liverpool is considering a managerial change. Now the decision to evaluate new managerial options does not stem from a single match or isolated incident. Instead, it reflects a combination of factors. 1. Inconsistent results that have put Liverpool behind major rivals in the league table. 2. A lack of tactical cohesion, particularly in defence and midfield transitions. 3. Growing fan dissatisfaction, amplified by the memory of Klopp's golden years. 4. Concerns about failing to qualify for next season's Champions League, which would have major sporting and financial implications. 5. A belief within some leadership circles that Slot's system may require more time than the club is willing to afford. Liverpool is a club with global expectations. Extended periods of underperformance inevitably force leadership to act, even if reluctantly. Slot's intentions, professionalism, and long-term vision are not in question. But football is a results-driven business, and the Premier League offers little patience. Behind the scenes, how FSG approaches managerial decisions. Fenway Sports Group is known for its analytical and methodical decision-making. The club rarely rushes into managerial appointments and typically weighs multiple factors, including tactical compatibility, player development profiles, leadership style, and ability to work within Liverpool's recruitment structure. In this case, the process appears to involve monitoring Slot's performance and internal evaluations, identifying alternative candidates, analysing tactical data on potential replacements, following fan sentiment and media narratives, assessing financial and contractual implications. While the situation is fluid, FSG is unlikely to make a hasty decision. But the mere fact that discussions are ongoing points to a growing sense of urgency. The players' response and dressing room atmosphere. Reports from within the squad suggest a mixed reaction to Slot's methods. While some players appreciate his detailed tactical sessions and his emphasis on possession, others feel the team has lost some of the intensity and aggression that defined Liverpool under Klopp. Several senior players are reportedly struggling to adapt to the new approach, creating small pockets of uncertainty. A managerial change could dramatically reset the club's internal dynamics, either positively, if timed correctly, or negatively, if the transition appears chaotic. FSG must therefore balance both sporting and psychological factors as they chart the next steps. Fan reactions, growing concern and rising pressure. Liverpool supporters remain deeply passionate and demanding. Many fans initially embraced Slot's appointment with optimism, but the current form has triggered frustration. Social media platforms, fan forums, and podcasts have become filled with debates over Slot's future, the direction of the club, and the viability of alternative coaches. Some fans insist that Slot deserves more time to implement his philosophy. Others argue that Liverpool cannot afford a multi-year rebuilding phase, especially with Manchester City, Arsenal, and other rivals performing at high levels. The growing divide only adds to the atmosphere of tension. What comes next for Liverpool? Liverpool now stands at a crossroads. The The coming weeks will be crucial in determining whether the club stays the course under Arne Slot or initiates a managerial transition. The board's decision will shape not only the remainder of this season, but also the trajectory of the club's next era. If results improve, Slot may yet secure his position and regain the confidence of both supporters and FSG. But if performance dips continue, Liverpool may be forced to choose between Glasner's tactical structure, Zidane's global prestige, or even a dramatic return for Klopp. Regardless of the outcome, one thing is certain. Liverpool is entering a decisive moment, one that could redefine its competitiveness at the highest level of European football.